It's me again, Margaret.
On one of the trips that Lisa had come to Graceland to spend time with Elvis, she had worried him and worried him and worried him about buying a puppy. So he had promised that he would take her and we would go to the pet store, but before that, he had to do what he wanted to do first. So they were going to go to the karate studio, didn't we? And that was our first stop, the karate studio. So we all got in the car, and Elvis and Linda was in front, and Lisa sitting between them, and we were in the back seat, Billy and I. Well, Lisa kept saying, "Daddy, when are we going to go get my puppy?" And he'd go, in time, don't worry about it. We'll get your puppy." And he would start to tell something else, and Lisa would say, "But Daddy, when are we going to go and get my puppy?" And he'd go, "In time, we're going to go get your puppy. Now, I've already told you, I promise we're going to get your puppy." Well, in a minute it would be, "Well, but Daddy," and he finally said, "Look, now don't make Daddy shoot you." Don't make Daddy shoot you. We're going to get your puppy, but we're going to do what Daddy wants to do first. So Linda just kind of gave him a look. He went, "Well, you know, I've got some things I have to do." So we went on to the karate studio, and we stayed there, and Lisa kept, "What about my puppy?" Well, it got time, and the pet store was going to close. So Linda called and had them to keep the pet store open at the mall. So when we left, we got back in the car, and we took off to the mall to get Lisa's puppy. Well, when we got there, and Elvis walked in, he was walking around looking at each little cage of puppy. He'd go, "That's right, it's me, it's Elvis. That's right, they can't believe I'm here, it's Elvis." And we were all laughing, and he would go, "Now, you know what? That dog looks like so-and-so." Or I'm not going to say who all he said, but he'd say, "Look at that dog, Billy. Who does he remind you of?" And Billy would say, and he'd go, "Yeah, that's right." And Billy said, "That looks like that girl." And he said, "Don't even say it. Don't even say it. I don't want to hear that." So he started and let Lisa pick out. Well, she picked out a puppy, and he said, "How about Joe? Don't you want a puppy?" And I said, "Well, I'd love to have." And Billy said, "No, we don't want any dogs." And he said, and I said, "Well, I really do, but Billy doesn't, he don't want an inside dog." And he said, "Well, you can get one anyway." And Billy said, "No, we're not." And he said, "Billy, you're fired." And Billy said, "Okay, we'll take a dog." So I picked out this little chow, and we put him down on the floor, and he would waddle, a real little furry thing. Well, Elvis got to looking at him, and he said, "I like that dog." He said, "You have another one like that? I think I might take one like that too." And the owner said, "Well, I don't have another one like that one, but I can order you one." And Elvis said, "How long would it take?" And he said, "Well, probably about 2 weeks." "Oh no, I don't have time for that." So he kept looking at the dog, and that he had gotten for me. It was my dog. Turned out to be Get Low, but I let him have that one, and he bought me a Great Dane. Great Dane.
Named Barry.
Named Baron. He named the dog Baron for me. So we went around the shop looking, and finally, how many dogs?
I don't know. We had enough.
We were
of
in
them.
this. Yeah, we were in this.
stud.
And we had dogs coming out our ears in that car going home. So when we got home, he called up everybody. This is what's funny, because he had everybody, all the girlfriends and all the little kids and everybody's kid, had them to go back and to the pet store and pick out a puppy for to buy for them. He couldn't stand to leave them all. Even got George Klein to have for Barbara to go pick out a puppy.
Yeah.
I remember because she named it Epi, and it's just a funny thing. Everybody, I bet he probably bought the pet store out of puppies, but that was just a funny trip, and show how he was like a kid himself in some ways, in other ways, very strong, but he was so
Always loved dogs.
always loved animals and dogs, and that dog that he picked, that he, like I said, had gotten from me, he decided to keep it, and he named it Get Low. So that's how that came about. And with that,
he had a dog on Audubon Drive.
right.
And it's too early.
Okay, too early. It's not we always, but we do.
And,
Hey, we can never get right.
and also,
Our timing's off.
him and Priscilla and all, when she was there, she got a dog named Balbe. He also had a couple of other dogs,
Yeah.
Whoosh and Oslo, and
Whoosh and Oslo that he
and,
bought from the pet store.
from the pet store.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so he always, he always loved
English sheepdogs.
He always loved dogs. He had a German Shepherd that we talked about once in our video that was outside during the fireworks for it. So he loved dogs. And he hadn't had one in several years, so that's why he wound up
He loved Get
getting
Low.
Get Low, and of course the whole thing was for Lisa, her getting a puppy.
Supposedly for Lisa, but it turned
Yeah,
out.
it turned out everybody.
But
and
Lisa
with
got
that,
her puppy.
She got her puppy.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, we're on
Well,
cue.
We
We always
live
live Elvis.